Says I'm live. Hey, Skeeter. I'm in a different spot. I'm actually kicked back on my bed right now. I've got projects galore all over my table over there. So we're gonna kick back. Deal with Miss Ginger over here. Well, I guess I should do. Let's see how does this work for me. There we go. Yeah, it worked. She's a good girl. She's just full of piss and vinegar. Hey, Deb. I'm learning how to. I'm on my bed. I'm on my bed. I've got projects all over my table, and so I don't really have anywhere good to do this. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be too bouncy with Miss Ginger. Oh, here she comes. Oh, this isn't even your toy. See, I've got projects everywhere. Hey, Robertson's Belly Acres, how are you? I was hoping this wasn't too early or too late. I oh, you should see Miss Ginger right now. This isn't one of her toys. 5M Family Farm and Outdoors. Hey, I'm not in my usual spot that I do the lives in because my table is covered with projects right now. I got no room. And Miss Ginger keeps finding these aren't paper towel. This is from my rolls of vinyl and that I do my decals and my shirts and stuff from. And so I keep them for a reason. I don't know what reason yet, but sorry, earthquake. But I built this a box like thing to set my computer in so that because it's kind of awkward sitting on here and holding it, and it gets kind of hot. So I built this weird little box for it to go in. Deb, oh my gosh, if I took a shot of whiskey, we'd be having fun too. I'm a puss when it comes to alcohol. I don't much care for whiskey, but a shot of hot damn, that's my camping drink when I go camping. Put either a shot of hot damn and coffee. Uh, yep. Go for a little midnight trail ride. I don't care for whiskey too much. Oh, she's bouncing. I date. I haven't even been on a date, and well, we won't go there because it's been a long time. Mm, I'm scared of going on dates. The world has changed nowadays, and especially not to get on that subject, but especially now with the internet, I see so many of my friends going through all kinds of stuff, meeting people online. Some people it works for, some people it doesn't, but I don't do that. I snort. Now, oh, no, you go get your toy. Look at she's already gonna destroy this, and I'll have it all to pick up. Go get your toy. That's not your toy. Go get it. Oh, ah, um, I don't want your toy. Okay, get ready for an earthquake. Ugh. this is Sunday. I should have a cocktail, maybe. Yeah. I can't wait for camping season. I cannot wait to get out of winter. I cannot wait for spring. My goodness. I I hope I don't have to do this cooped up thing ever again. I mean, I was smart staying here, not traveling with Domino because of all the illnesses going around for horses, but I'll figure out a way to work around that because being stuck here all winter just has not been cool. I have 5 people and two, I have 6 people and 2 likes. Who else came in? See, how many do we got in here? I count 1, 2, 3, 4. I count 4 and it says 6. Who's hiding? It's actually a pretty decent day today. We're supposed to get snow again though. So I'm done with it. Part of me is really bummed that I didn't go ahead and go down to Arizona this winter, but I just wanted to be safe with my horse, which I haven't even got to see all winter because he's out in the middle of nowhere being a horse. I'm hoping I'm not right in, doing this when other people are doing their lives. I don't know. Does anybody really do lives on Sunday? I went to, let's see, who was live? I can look on my phone. I know. I was on both of his lives, but he kept losing connection. I was trying to catch up with all of my comments and subscribers. I was on lockdown for social media. I had a friend that I haven't seen in over 4 years, and she came this way because she's got a what do you call it? A I don't know, something, some symposium, something she had to do, and so she left early and came and stayed with me for the week. But part of the deal of that is no social media. It was hard. The only thing I she allowed me to do was my Facebook messages because I've I'm on the hunt for a bigger horse trailer, bigger than the one I have. And so I find them every once in a while on Facebook and start talking to them. And I've got one I've been looking at, and so I could go on and check my messages. And the only person that I've talked to online this week was Joanne with North to Hope because we talked quite a bit back and forth, Facebook Messenger. Um, I'm not one of those phone people. I'll talk on the phone a little bit, but I enjoy doing this and Messenger. I do have my a Bluetooth that I can wear and walk around. I just have to remember to charge it. It helps if you charge it, right? Oh, I was looking to see who I. It's art by Adrian. Is who I went on a live today. Right? Am I saying yeah? Art by Adrian. So I was on her live a little bit. See, I got to go. There's a lot. Robertson Belly Acres. I've got to go and get on yours. I had to get back to my all my crafty stuff that I've got to get done. I was printing out stuff. I've got because I roll videos. I roll my friends subscribers videos on 5 of my devices on Sundays. So if you're active on my channel, which, my channel is not about one thing. Right now it is because I'm stuck inside. It's North Dakota. Didn't go anywhere this winter. But and if you're active and you want me to roll your want me to roll your videos in my Sunday roll video, just comment in there, roll my videos, please, and I'll gladly roll your videos. I do it all day long. It's Cat Roxy Polly, and I can never say it, but hers are still rolling right now. I might as well. I've got 5 devices. I'm not doing anything on Sundays. A lot of times I'm doing stuff on them, whether I'm doing my designing for my crafty stuff, or yeah. And luckily, because I have one of these hotspot deals, I can have it's like 10 devices on it. So I have my Cricut machine, my printer, 5 those devices, an iPad, tablet, 3 other phones, this, and then my other phone. So I have plenty of internet. Well, sometimes it does go goofy every once in a while. So what's the weather like in y'all's neck of the woods? Oh, I got 4, couple people left. I'm sorry. So whopping 35 degrees right now in Dickinson, North Dakota. Yeah, Deb, I do that too. I sure hope it helps everybody because here's the thing. I roll your videos. It's not like I go over and say, "Hey, I'm rolling your videos." If you're my friend on here and you're subscribing and you're active, just check on Sundays. I might be rolling your videos. I Now that I learned how to do end screens, I put up a random subscribers thing on there. Today on Sundays I do put the channel that I roll, up on there, and then I put a random subscribers channel on my suggested feature thing. Um, I'm too boring to make it all about me, so I'll do it for y'all. And watch it. I love watching the bee. I just can't handle. I don't do bees. Um, Tim at Ridge Life, he's gotten stung a couple times, and over there, and the bee guy today, um, gosh dang it, now I can't remember who it was. He was doing the lives. I know he's got to get stung. I'm a puss. I'm not gonna put myself. I remember last summer, because I work out of Sidney, Montana, and I stopped at the uh, the truck stop there, um, to fuel my semi up. Didn't even realize it. Another truck pulled into the next lane, and I'm washing my windshield and wiping my headlights off and checking all my stuff. Next thing I know, there's like some bees. I'm like, ugh! A bee truck had pulled up next to me. Oh my lord! So I ran and got in my truck, and I just watched my pump from inside. And those little freeloaders, when I left, they followed me. I had a herd of bees. I don't know what you call them, but I had a herd of bees. I could see them in my mirrors. And I was going down dirt roads and bouncy roads, and probably took me, it was only about 10 minutes away from my work, but I went a different long way so that I could get rid of the bees. Oh, 50, Deb. Wow, that's nice. We had some pretty decent days this week, but it's going to get back to being chilly. I watched Brian Los's video this morning, and he was like in the teens. So his must be leaving and headed here. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow tonight. Tomorrow it'll be 31, but snow. Our weather's gonna be real bouncy. Leave it to North Dakota. Oh, there's 5 people now. 4 likes. Yay! What part of North Texas? I was in West Texas. What was it? 2 winters ago, because I usually travel in the winter. I head south. So I was over. I have quite a few videos. I was over in Midland and Odessa. I wasn't impressed, but I decided to work while I was there because there wasn't really that much to do. Oh, okay. I was in South Texas from 2000, well, December 2012. So the last part of 2012 to 2015, because I'm a truck driver in the oil field and I hauled oil. So I went down to George, West Texas, and I was down there and I hauled oil for 4 years for neighbors and C&J. We were bought out. And I mean, I just couldn't handle the humidity. Heat doesn't bother me. That humidity just knocks me for a loop. And my horses, I took 5 horses down with me because I knew I was going to be down there for a while. And it was hard on them. It was really hard. So, but I did some riding down south. I got to, if you look at any of my past videos, I got to go to San Antonio. That was really cool. Did the safari thing. That was cool. What else? The aquarium. I didn't do the zoo. I did the river walk. Yeah. Neighbors now is more on the drilling and everything side because I'm from North Montana and North Dakota. Is where I'm from. And I hauled that oil up here. And at the time, because we were booming up here, but Texas was starting to pick up their the Eagle Ford shale. And so a bunch of recruiters were all over North Dakota. And I got hit up by quite a few. Like when I was at a LAC unloading, a LAC is the place where you go to the wells and you pick up your oil, load your oil on your tanker, and then you take it over to what is called a LAC. It's kind of like a dispense place. And you unload it at a big, wherever it's an underground thing, piping system or tanks. You just unload it. And I was approached several times by recruiters, and neighbors won out. They gave me a really, really nice incentive, but I didn't know anything about. I'd never been to Texas, so I got one of the requirements of going down there is I had to change my CDL to Texas and had to do things like that. But it was $5,000 they gave me for it. So okay, I'll check out Texas. Everybody wants to go to Texas, right? And there's a lot I loved about Texas, except for the humidity. I couldn't do it. So the requirement was only for a year, right? For me to give to keep that all the bonuses they gave me, everything that because they gave me quite a bit. Well, I stayed the 4 years, and I just because everybody kept saying, you'll acclimate, and I didn't acclimate. My horses were miserable, and ugh, I didn't like it. So two winters ago, I went down to West Texas because I thought, well, I'll check out West Texas. Everybody says there's no humidity there. What they didn't say at the time was that it's nothing but wind and dust storms. And yeah, I got some videos on here that It shows some of the dust storms I went through. But I got to do a lot of touristy things, get out and about. So it's cool. I like, when I travel, head south in the winters. Sometimes I'll choose to work. Sometimes I don't. I went to Las Vegas last winter, and I didn't work all winter. I just hung out, and they don't pay enough down there for me to do what I do. So I made more on unemployment. I just hung out in Las Vegas. And Las Vegas is fun to visit, but not to be there for very long. Next year's Arizona, I'll be headed down to Arizona. But I will be going to Vegas again for the NFR. That's my thing. And then to Arizona, stopping by and visiting people on the way down. I have got to see something. There's so many of you that I can't remember if I've subscribed to. Hey, Scott, how are you? Yep, I'm subscribed. I wonder why I'm not getting 5M. I wonder why I'm not getting your notices. That's why I looked again to make sure I was. Well, Scott, I'm just hanging out, waiting for spring to get here so I can get back to work. Hoping you and Jeannie are making your plans to come up here for your vacation a little bit anyway. I was talking to my boss, because they're working right now, but it's real slow. So um, I'm not going to go over there. I have this place paid up for 6 months. I'll probably go at the end of April back over there. I don't know if I'll go to work right away. Um, and my boss, he's constantly trying to get us to take these day cabs that we've got. They're these lime green day. Well, I don't drive a day cab. First of all, I don't like being that's too claustrophobic for me. My pickup is big. Everything I drive is big. I barely do good enough when I'm a passenger in a little car. So, he's trying to talk all of us into driving these in their automatics. I don't drive automatics either. So I told him, I said, nope, I only drive sleeper trucks and not automatics. I'm dangerous in an automatic. It took me over a year to get used to my pickup driving an automatic. I'm used to it now, but it took me a long time. I hope so, Scott. I hope you guys are. I'm trying to find out if I have the same semi that I did. It's nice and roomy, so I hope they don't put me in a smaller one. But you guys can come and ride with me for at least for the day, because I don't, unless my job is like far away. Oh, Ginger, sorry, you guys. And you guys know I'll stay in I have a sleeper truck, so I've got a mattress and all that kind of stuff. And there she is. Look at my baby. Yes. Are you tired now? You've been playing. Um, so hopefully when you guys come out, because I camp right out. I'm right on the. Do you mind? Excuse me. No, get back. Get back. Oh my gosh. I was worried about doing this on here. So hopefully, I know you guys said you were going to bring your motorcycle, but I don't know if I'd want to sleep in a tent. I don't sleep in tents anymore. That's why, I have my stock trailer, but ouch. But I don't even do that anymore. I'll sleep in the front of my truck before I sleep in my. Do you mind? Excuse me. Get back. Don't you argue. And that's why I've got my horse trailer with the living quarters. Oh, she's so awful. See, this is why I have to sit up at the table. And y'all, she doesn't bite. She just mouths. She learned when she was a puppy not to bite. Hey, you're just messing stuff up over here. Where's your toy? Go get your toy. No, go get your toy. Go get it. Oh, sorry, making y'all dizzy. Yep, get it. I don't want it. Oh man, ow, ow. She's crazy with her toy. Like Emma just jumped over just a minute ago. Haven't watched it, but will. Yeah, YouTube has been crazy. I saw Rusty had left Rusty with quit it now. Quit it. The Ozark Duke Rusty left me a bunch of messages that my comments aren't showing up. Oh, she's pushing me off the bed. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, just like a child. I got my heat pack here. No, you don't touch that. Said that my comments weren't showing up, but I go on every day. Hey Jen, how are you? Oh, I loved those houses. Did you make it one? Which one you picked? I have I have been banned from YouTube this week from one of my dear friends. Um, I hadn't seen her in 4 years, and so that was one of her requirements. She came and stayed the week with me. That no social media. Oh my God, you know how hard that is. But I hadn't got to see her in 4 years, so it was no YouTube. So today I was trying between my projects, uh, trying to get projects done because I couldn't do that either. I couldn't even epoxy with her because I have to have everything wide open. So everything went to the wayside this week so I could spend some time with my friend. And she's not an internet person. Uh, they homestead out in the middle of nowhere in Montana. There is no internet out where they are. They could care less about YouTube. Uh, I mean, they even homeschool their kids without the internet. So that goes to show you she's lucky that she has a phone, a regular phone that she can text and stuff from. What was I saying? I can't remember now. Y'all made me forget. I'm so glad y'all are here. Oh, Jan, that's what I was judging. I'm not sure if you've made a video yet of the property you picked. That is so exciting. I remember I was 24 when I bought my first little property. I was single, but I was 24. I was so happy, so proud. It was only like 7 acres. It actually had just a little 1 bedroom, 1 bath on it, but it was just me, so that was cool. So March 26th. Okay, what is date? Oh, you probably have to wait to make sure everything goes through, huh? Yeah, that's the hard part. But my first little place, it was really cool. It had a little bitty barn. I had at the time back then I had 4 horses because I used to parade a lot, and trail ride and stuff, and even used to rope a little bit, but I can't do it anymore. And I got a plate and 6 screws in my wrist. Um, oh, that's got to be so exciting. In my little place, I did minimal homesteading on it. I had chickens and I did raise a couple of steers on it because I always filled my freezer with meat. But I worked construction, so I was working a lot. It's really hard to maintain a garden and that kind of stuff. So I think I'm gonna go maybe this week because I have so many homesteading friends. I've made a bunch of mock or designs for homesteaders to do. I've made it for decals or maybe a shirt or something for giveaways. But I have some funny ones, some kind of adult funny ones. But I don't know. I might go into town and see what seeds and stuff are available. I still have a cup. Well, I got to finish uh, Scott's at SD Mountain Man's. That's what's on the project for tomorrow to finish it because I couldn't do it while my friend was here. I couldn't epoxy it. So he's probably thinking he's never going to get it. But it takes time for epoxy to really cure because once I get the last coat of epoxy for it to actually cure, and I don't want it to get all jacked up being packaged. But I have another something else. But it'll be a surprise. Y'all know I don't announce giveaways. If you're here, then you have a chance. If you're not here, then you don't have a chance. I'd rather have 4 or 5 of you have a chance at me giving something than me announcing a giveaway and I get bombarded. I've got now, how many subscribers do I have now? I love it, but I've got 714 subscribers. But y'all know, we've only got so many that are faithful commenters and stuff, and I really want y'all to be the ones to have the chance. Either that or all of you 700 and something, start being a part of. My channel, I'm not an entertainer. I'm not here trying to draw you in. Y'all are my friends. Yeah, Ginger's my friend too. Um, and that's it. Get that. God, your breath stinks. Ooh, if she's not farting, her breath, and I give her bones and stuff to chew on. Go away. Oxy is good stuff. That is how they are putting these new aluminum cars together now. So yeah, it is good, but it's very toxic. That's why I have to wear a mask, and that's why I have to have the ventilation, and you really have to let it set up. I can't. Part of me. Oh, there she goes again. You guys can push me off. Get back over and get my horse trailer set up so I can open up the back end so I have more air. To be able to make my projects. It's hard here because it's winter and it's cold, and opening everything up, just it's cold. So I don't have any makeup on, y'all. What is wrong with my face? I hate even being able to see it. There's got to be a shadow somewhere because I don't look at myself that much. I'm going to have to go watch that video. I'm done with projects for tonight. Here, hold on 1 second. Sorry, I'm all in my sweat. My son gets my rejects when I mess up. Get back. This is not for you. Get back. Oh, she's so sassy. Get back. You notice she runs. But my son, Ginger, get down. This is embarrassing, you guys. This is not for you. Go away. Get. My son gets the ones I mess up on for work shirts. But I had to make a whole bunch of these. But you can see, I think, this circular right here. I got it on a little crooked. The Punisher. So I had a whole bunch of these to make. I always buy extras for my mess ups. No, I'm going to put you in the bathroom. You guys want a dog? Okay, get down. Go on, get down. No, you stay. This is getting ridiculous now. Normally, if I'm sorry, you guys. My table is packed with stuff, or I'd be there. Oh, goodness. She doesn't listen very well either, does she? Yeah, they all turned out. I had 12 of them to do, and I bought 15 of those shirts. And, so, I'm bound to screw one or two of them up. But my son gets the rejects, or I do too. So get down. She's worse than an obnoxious toddler, you guys. Yeah, I know, Scott, but I don't think yours is as manic as mine is. Look at her. No, no. Oh, yeah. She's trying to apologize now. Oh, Lord, if I could. Where's my stick? You see this? No, I don't have my stick. Hey, Howie, how are you? Man, those boats were nice. I love to fish. Um, Jeannie! I already told Scott, y'all better be ready to come out this summer. I'm going to bonk you with this if you don't quit. Get down. Get down. She's so scared, you guys. I love going to those things. Here in North Dakota and Montana, also, we do have a lot of those farm shows and boat shows and home shows. They're pretty cool. We don't have much for the winter, but okay, take it and you go away. Oh my God. Are you leaving Robertson Belly Acres? I love that name, Belly Acres. It's one of the things I used to say, oh, quit your belly aching. The Heasted, hello, how are you? Hopefully Miss Ginger is done jumping all over me up here. It's like an earthquake. I'm not at my table because I've still got crafts and everything I've got going up there. I don't have no room. And oh, who's leaving then? See you next time. Oh, 5 a.m. Oh, okay, never mind. I guess I can finish reading. You're starting to see, I miss doing all that kind of stuff. Um, I had, I'm not the best gardener. That really wasn't my thing. I'm great at starting stuff, but um, I relied on my friends who were gardeners, and I traded because I always had, I had dairy goats, so I always had goat milk, and I always had beef or pork or chicken. Uh, so I did a lot of trading for vegetables. I did grow the stuff that I like to eat, and then I had like wild asparagus that just grew. One of the big things that grew, the place my little ranch that I had wild horseradish. Well, I don't like horseradish, but let me tell you what, you talk about some potent stuff. There was a little bar restaurant about 5 miles. I was from a real inky dinky town, but it was about 5 miles away. They used to they dig up my plants. They'd come and I didn't mess with them. My horses, it was out in my pasture. My horses peed all over. It's probably why it was so strong. But they'd come out and they paid me a lot of money for that horseradish because one of the things that this little cowtown bar restaurant was famous for was its prime rib. And they they found out I had horseradish, and I made quite a bit of money off that. Ooh, not me, Jan. Ooh, the smell. If at first, because I know how to make it, right? I mean, I grew up with it. My dad, all of that. I grew up with that stuff, so I knew how to make it. I just didn't. I didn't like it, and so at first, I was trying to make it for them, right? I had two blenders, and I would make it up. Couldn't even pop. You barely pop the lid, and it felt like your face was going to explode. Your sinuses. It would, so after a couple of times of doing that, I said, "No, I'm not gonna make it. You come out here, you dig yourself up a plant, you can pay me for that, and we're good to go." Couldn't kill the stuff; it just grew everywhere. I made pretty good money off of that. It kills parasites, huh? I wish my horses would have ate it. Their whole pasture would have nothing on it, and these big bushes or whatever leafy horseradish. They didn't touch it. They would not touch the horseradish. And at the time, uh, I couldn't kill it because I didn't want the horseradish. I didn't want it, and so I was actually trying to kill it. Um, Mavola's homestead. Hey, so glad you popped in. We're just talking stuff. If you've watched any of my videos, I'm a mishmash channel. I don't have the niche, and I'm not entertaining. So if you subscribe, you're just my friend. That's all it is, and we visit each other. So I couldn't kill it, and then one of my other friends had told them about my horseradish, and so that's how I started my little side gig with that too. I made pretty good money with it. Then when I sold my place, um, in fact, I just ran across a video when I went back to video to see if any of my because I had a big huge horse barn, and I had a big huge garage, and my ranch house was over 100 years old, and at one time it used to be a brothel. But even before that, it was a post office, and I was out in the middle of nowhere. There was, it's funny the history you find out about places. I try to, well, I right now I'm fighting with Google. It's not my editing program. It's Google. It's not acknowledging my editing program, and it has. I've been using Filmora 9 for forever, and then all of a sudden it won't let me sign in. So I can edit a video on my Filmora 9, but when I go to send it to YouTube, Google sends me a thing saying we don't recognize this app. So I haven't been able to use my editing program. But I'm Renee for anybody who doesn't remember. But I had in my edit, I put the thing in the very beginning, uh, what my name was, because all this social media, I look at y'all like my friends, and y'all should know my name. Even though I realize I don't know all your names either. So I try to remember though. But some of the new ones, I've gotten quite a few new friends who subscribed, and I don't know their names. Let me see, we're 700. I think I'm at 714. Oh, I'm at 715. Um, and I I could care less. I don't have a name. Whatever, Jeannie. I could care less about the monetization thing. Um, if the time comes and I am monetized, that's basically going to go into a thing so that when I travel, I'm going to come and visit people, you guys. That's the whole deal. My channel has gone from just being a diary of my life for future grandbabies that I don't have right now. Gretel. Oh, Gretel. to all of a sudden ending up with all these people that I've been fortunate enough to meet on here and form friendships and stuff. It's I don't know. I've enjoyed this so much. So now I've incorporated YouTube beyond my being as a diary. Uh, Rachel and Rusty. Okay, Rusty ought to be easy to remember because we already have a Rusty with the Ozark Duke. Rachel, Rachel, Rachel. You have to say it a whole bunch of times in order to remember. I tried to write them down, but I don't have a pen right here. So that's what if I do the monetization thing, that money's just going to go right into what I'm not even going to touch it. It's just going to go for my traveling to visit people. Uh, I want 1,000 subs because of the perks of having 1,000. You know, leaving those little note things that you can. Uh, like when I was not supposed to be on social media this week, I could have put up a little thing saying, "Hey, you guys, I've got friends visiting. I'm going to be gone for a couple days." You know, I can't do that uh, without that. So, oh, okay. Everybody's over by Oklahoma. You need the watch hours. I think I ran you. Did you ever check your analytics, Jan? I know I ran. I have um a list, and then I cross everybody off the list. So Sundays is my roll day. If you're a subscriber and you're active in with me on here, all you have to do is on Sunday saying just say you want your videos rolled, and I put you on my list. And I the next Sunday I pick somebody. I go in order. And the reason why I have you ask is because I do have people that don't want to be shouted out, and they don't want that kind of stuff because they're keeping their channels limited to exactly the kind of, like, there's channels who are just strictly homesteaders and they don't want anybody else. They're not interested, and that's cool. Or preppers, they don't want their channel out there. I've gotten kind of scolded a couple of times, you know, not to, and I don't mean bad ways scolded, but not everybody uh wants to be acknowledged out there. They want their channel to grow with the people that are just like minded like them. Not me, I like everybody. Oh, Peanuts Peppers, how are you? So glad you're here. I just do impromptu lives. Ain't nothing special. Ooh, Miss Ginger settled down. That don't happen very often. Ooh, I got 8 people in here. This isn't usually my setup. I'm usually at my table, but I got projects galore, all my crafts and stuff I got to get done, finished up over there, so I didn't have room. And I was showing this. I just had a parcel of shirts I had to get done, and I messed up on this one, so this goes to my son as a work shirt. Can you see? I don't know if you can see it or not. It's the Punisher, but you can see that this right here is just a little crooked. If you look on this side, it's a little crooked. So I'm not going to sell somebody something that I don't like. Yeah, it's fun. I only do special orders, small orders, because it takes a lot of time, and it's just a side gig for me. I've still got, now when I get this done, I've got a bunch of coasters I've got to get done, finish up. But I can't wait for spring, y'all. I'm ready to get my metal detector out. I'm ready to go four-wheeler shopping. I've already been, because I need a bigger horse trailer. Just surviving. Who you waving at? Oh, Foos Foreign. Foos. God damn, it sounds like I've had a shot of whiskey. Food Forest. Howie. You too, Jan? Cool. How's your t-shirt thing going? I tried to win one. I thought I had won one, but I guess somebody got bumped or something. Just Surviving is Scott. Outdoor Adventures and Traveling is Jeannie. Of course, Jan is Jan. Simple Grower is Deb. Let me see who else. And we've got Rusty and Rachel is Robertson Belly Acres. Um, Peanuts Peppers, what is your name? Who three? And then tomorrow will be my Monday mentions where I shout out a channel. Cloyd, cool. All right. I will try to remember that. Forgive me if I don't. I might have to ask you a couple of times. Cloyd, 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 Cloyd. Um, my Monday mentions. Always look at the end of my videos where I do the cards because I will put just a random channel up there at the end. Uh, and then also in my featured channel, the featured channel I have today, um, choose what? On Sundays for my roll day, when I choose the featured channel, that featured channel for that roll day goes there. So right now the featured channel, no, it's not. Who's my featured channel? Oh, just or hold on. My channel is Second Star Survival is my featured for today. I try to do the featured channel for other channels who are helpful on YouTube to other channels, right? If that makes sense. Um, as far as rolling videos, all you have to do is go on my, like today's video, my roll videos, and just ask me to roll your videos. And I put you down on my list. I'm down. I only have one more for next week uh, to roll. My Monday mentions, I just go through and that is kind of a random. Sometimes I'll go through and see who's close to their 1,000. So I might mention them to kind of help boost and get them over. Priority does go to the ones who, interact with me and are, I mean, who are my friends. So Dryer Dinger is going off. Oh, Dryer Dinger. Okay, Deb. So the only ones that I like the Sunday roll, I have a list. I write it down. So say you were to go over to that video today and in the comments, right, say, can you roll my videos? And you'll go on that list. Um, add me to your list. Okay, Jan, I will. Hold on. Roberts and Belly Acres, you got spanked by YouTube. Okay, will you roll? Okay, now be careful because YouTube has been really, really bad about not allowing for you to say that role or subscribe or whatever. So to get on the list, because I can't go by this list, Rachel. Go to today's video and in the comments, just say, do it. You too, Jan, because I'll go back to that and I push. There's a little area. See if I can show you on on your videos. I found this a long time ago. Um, if you're not seeing all your comments, okay, so here's my role. Um, and if you scroll down, the very top. Oh, you see it? Well, this sucks. Well, there is like some lines right here at the top of the comments. If you hit that, what it says either top comments or newest comment. I always hit newest comment, and then I scroll all the way to the bottom, and that's where I start because that's the last comment, right? I mean, so people who have already rolled, um, you know, they're more at the bottom of the list. I want to get new people. So when you go on, like I've already answered a bunch of these things, and then that's how I put you in order with someone else. I don't know how to use supported. What's that mean? I do want to try to keep it fair, but I don't, you know, my channel is my channel, but you know, it's not just about me. Y'all are my friends. I'm not an entertainer. I'm here to help grow everybody. I know what it's like. I don't really push my channel because I'm not that entertaining, you know. I'm just your friend. Somebody call up or message or whatever, and we yak. If you go, yeah, okay. Rockin' Eight, Melvillus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Was just on my featured for last week. So I always pick a new every Sunday. I pick a new channel to feature. So it could be you. Oh, Jan, thank you. I don't. I have such a solitary type life because you have to understand being a truck driver. Um, I'm by myself and my dog, right? I mean, and I work all the time. I'm seasonal, and this year I didn't leave for the winter. So in North Dakota, you know, I already know what all there is to do, and there's not that much in the winter. So, and then with all of this Corona crap going around, you know, I'm real honest. Harshman Hills at James at Harshman Hills. I mean, commented on him. They've got like 10 or more cases that they won't say where at in North Dakota. They won't say anything. So I'm not out and about. I don't want to get involved with any of that crap. Oh, Howie, it has been. And I've learned a lot, even though I'm not homesteading anymore. I've sure learned a lot from your channel. That's awesome. Um, and I'm just, my channel is just a community of whatever. I'm very upfront about it's mishmash. You don't know what you're gonna see. I don't do tutorials. I might show you what I'm making, but if you haven't noticed, I don't do measurements. I just give you the recipe. Y'all know how to measure. And if you've made anything, I'm not one of those tutorial people. Well, Howie, I can't wait for good weather to come and you to do a video out in your boat fishing. That ought to be fun. I can't wait to get a four-wheeler, you guys. Get my metal detector back out. Clyde, I did what I do. I just really do hope it helps people. Scott, you left? I'm sorry. I didn't know you leave. Sometimes these go really fast. I do hope whatever I do with this channel helps somebody, whatever it is. Rolling your videos, giving you a shout out, helping bumping your hours, making your lives. Back when I've known Scott and Jeannie for a long time now. There's a lot of these people I've known for a long time now, and they were doing their lives. half of it is coming on and being engaging. There's nothing scarier than doing a live and nobody showing up. So, I just think it's good to help everybody. Oh, thank you, Howie. You're fishing next week, darling? Well, you best video it. Everything we got here is still frozen. Ain't no fishing here. I just got a notification. Lori's Crochet Corner just went live. Uh, Trying to figure out this live stuff. Who goes where? Who goes? What time everybody's on? Oh, okay, Jan. I'll watch for that. I hope you explained to her that mine is very basic. I don't. I don't. I don't get real. When I retire, that's what all of this other stuff is for a side cash, right? I do tumblers. I do hat shaping, hat cleaning, decals, shirts. What else do I do? I have leather stuff. I've done leather. That is too. It really is time consuming for leather. Um, I got to go do my night chores. I hope that with you all again. All right. I hope you're. I hope you do come back. Thank you. I got to write down everybody and go peek at their videos. Oh, Scott, you're going to go live next week? Are you using one of those apps? See, I don't want to use one of the apps. Ed! Hi, Ed. Ed is Ernie Hatmaker's husband. Ed's attention to detail. Still don't get your notices. I don't know why. I just have to. I've been banned. I was banned from uh, social media all week. One of my friends, that was one of the contingencies. I could not do social media. She was here visiting. I hadn't seen her in 4 years. So no social media all week. That was hard. Oh, no worries. I'm just glad you're here. Oh, we've only been on for an hour. Uh, I enjoy this better. Y'all know, watch my videos. I think I say this every week. I'm not an entertainer. I get the doe in the headlight look, trip over my tongue. My words half the time don't even come out. Oh, Scott, that is so nice. Yeah, I do want y'all to go and check each other out. We haven't had any trolls today. That is good. Well, I tell you what, the second live I ever did, I I'm just not quick enough at this stuff, right? And it's like I didn't know how to do it. I had so all of my friends I made that were on that day, I made them wrenches. I was pretty excited. I got trolls. I get them every once in a while, but we haven't got any tonight, so that's good. Hey, Tim, Ridge Life. Hey, I am so sorry I missed your live the other night. I was on lockdown for social media. One of my friends I hadn't seen in 4 years came to visit for the week, and that was one of the contingencies. No social media. My friends from Montana are homesteaders out in the middle of nowhere. They don't do internet anything. So, oh. And I liked the sermon this morning too. And I just love that you associate it with things. I go to cowboy churches predominantly. Here in my little town, I don't. when it's bad weather, I don't go on the roads and stuff. So, and I don't do bees. I'll watch y'all do bees, but I don't do bees. And Ed, I can't wait. I can't wait to see where you're in Ernie Hatmaker's place. See what how much you do to it. This coming fall, of course, I'm going to be going over more western, all the way down to Arizona when I travel this next fall. The fall after that, I think I'm going to go on the east side. I've made a lot of friends on the east side now, so I'm hoping to go that way and visit with a lot of y'all. And maybe by then I'll have a I have plenty of horses, but not horses that everyone can ride. So that's another thing, finding that good old plug horse that I can just plunk you up on and we can just go for a nice leisurely ride. Too much. No, we get, let's see, it's starting to pick up now. We'll have the next few days are going to be icky, but it's starting to be in the 30s and 40s now, which is super nice. I love that weather. Um, and I'll go back over to Montana probably mid to end of April and get my horse trailer set up because I live in my horse trailer, obviously. Um, and then probably about May 1st is when work will start picking up. And but by June we usually have really good weather. So it'll be June, July, August, September, October. So we get about 5 months. It's not too bad. But Lordy, when it's cold here. Hey Scott, SD Mount Man, I swear to God, your cup is. I'm trying to get it ready. I showed it last live. What I'm having to do to it. After I get tomorrow, I'll be putting on the last bit of epoxy, and then I have to let it sit for 4 days. And on the fifth day, I can wrap it up for mailing. Did you see last week's? Let me go grab it and I'll show you. I'm over here on my bed because my table is covered with projects, so I couldn't set up. So I'm sitting here on my bed. But I've got one more thing to put on this. This goes to Scott at SD Mount Man. He won this tumbler. But I got to put another thing down here and then put a layer of epoxy. And I think I'm going to put some more glow dust because this is a glow in the dark uh, epoxy that I put on it. So it's almost done, honest. But I had a week of lockdown with my friend here, so I couldn't do any epoxying. Oh, you're welcome, Scott. I just having the delays with this thing, and I still, you really can't see them. But whatever the crap is in that lotion that affected my mask, it's embarrassing. I look like a druggie without having the fun on the drugs. And then I had my friend here all week, and I couldn't epoxy with her here. So now it's back to business and getting this stuff done. Scott, Scott and Jeannie Our husband and wife. That's so funny. Ed, well, my friends, I haven't seen her in about 4 years. They're homesteaders in Montana, but if you know anything about Montana, it's out in the middle of nowhere. They don't do internet, and she even homeschools. They don't do internet. All of their stuff is mailed in, shipped in, everything. They don't, and she wanted nothing to do with being on YouTube. And she, I haven't seen her in 4 years, and so all week long, uh that was the conditions of staying with me all week, was to not do any social media. So the only social media I did was answering my Facebook messages, because I'm looking at a bigger horse trailer, and so I kind of got to go. I got to do that. And the only person I talked to on that was Joanne with North to Hope. Uh, she talks to me a lot on Facebook Messenger. I don't really do Facebook, but I'll do the Messenger thing. I talk to people like that. Well, Scott, I hope I can get it done and get it mailed out to you. I feel so bad. Hmm. Oh my God, Rusty! What the? Did you touch your eye with your fingers? Holy hell! That had to be scary. Dang, I remember years ago, my ex-husband, which I giggle about it now, but we went to it was a really, really good Mexican restaurant. And our little waiter, oh, he was so funny. And my husband, he was my husband at the time, he came over with some salsa and some chips. Of course, you know how they do. And with the meal, I can't remember if my husband asked for peppers or if the waiter said something, but my husband asked for the hottest peppers that they had. Well, I don't do hot. I just don't. I like flavorful, but I don't do hot. So he said, I think he said habaneros or something like that. And my ex-husband said, "Yeah, bring those." Oh my God. He's blonde headed, just red face, just dripping. He went to go to the bathroom, uh, and wash his face. He peed before he washed his hands. He came out of that bathroom and his eyes were this big. He said, "Come on, we haven't got our food yet. Come on, we gotta go. We gotta go." He went out to the car. I paid for food that we didn't even get. He had touched himself. He had touched himself and he was on fire, y'all. Oh, it was awful. I laugh about it now because he deserved it, but I have 8 people and 11 likes. I enjoy the lives so much better. And I'm so glad you guys don't care what I look like either. Obviously, I probably should look in the mirror more. The juice got my contacts. Holy sheeves. Oh my God. Well, Rusty, you didn't know any better. Deb, good girl. Oh my goodness. I see here. Here's the deal being a female. We just got different parts. And because I've always worked in the construction field and now in the oil industry, even though I wear gloves, I wash my hands before I go potty. I am not touching myself with dirty hands. Hauling oil for 9 years, the chemicals that you get, even though you're covered up, just saying, you don't know. So I don't go potty without washing my hands first. You just never know. I love Mexican food. I know. Poor guy. That's so awful. I'm sorry that happened to you, though. Your eyes, that's just. That had to have been some scary stuff, buddy. Man. At least she's being so quiet. Okay, Jan, I can't wait till the 26th. You guys, I think it's the 26th, right? Simply Jan Homestead. Jan is going to reveal which property that they decided on. I'm so excited. I can't wait. It doesn't matter if you wash or not. Really? Oh, whatever. Baloney. Are you sure? Well, I'm still going to wash my hands. Well, I do wear gloves. I do wear gloves, but chemicals, things like, I don't know. Hauling oil, the kind of chemicals I had to deal with were very harsh. So I had kind of gloves that, you know, were specific for that. But I wasn't going to take any chance. And I can't believe, Jan, your hubby said no horses. That that just would not fly. I know, I understand what he's saying if it eats and can't provide, but they are so relaxing. Just to hop on their back and go tootling around just to take a deep breath. Oh, Rusty, I bet you won't. Well, Jan, since not this next fall, but this fall after, I'll probably have a horse. When I come that way, I'll pop over and you and I can spend a few hours riding. I won't let him ride since he don't like horses. Hmm. I haven't even got to see mine all winter. I miss him. How is everybody on their watch hours? Right now, for me, like I said, my deal is I would love to be able to get to over 1,000 by the time I'm back to work, so that I can, while I'm working, I can do a live on my phone, because I don't want to put a secondary app on here. It's just it's a pain. You know, a lot of you guys don't have issues with it, but I've tried a couple of times and they just didn't work. And it was probably me, but still. But the getting over 1,000 so I can post messages, you know, I like that. And then being able to go live on my phone, that's what I want to do. But that's kind of a big deal to be able to do. What is this? February, March, April, May, so 3 months to get 300 subscribers. I don't know if that'll happen. Ridge Life, you are. Okay, Ridge Life, this is what I do, Tim, on Sundays. And I do this so that it's fair with everybody. I don't know if you've watched my Roll Sundays. Go over to my video from today and comment, roll my videos. And I put you on a list. Like today, I've still got 5 of my devices rolling another one of my friend subscribers' videos. And they go all day from in the morning till I go to bed at night on 5 devices. And that's how I like to keep it fair and like to be able to help you guys. Shoot, I've only got like 5, let me see how many hours, and I've been on YouTube forever. I've got 578 hours. Woo! But I'm not looking for the hours. I'm looking for the subscribers to use the benefits that having 1,000 subscribers, not not for the monetization, but you get different perks for having 1,000 subscribers. And I want to have bigger, better giveaways. Yeah, it's just easy. I've been doing this now since 2018. I started doing it. A lot of the friends that I have on here now, we all kind of started out together. And you know, like heat seeker bus. He was just a little bitty guy, and if you don't watch the Traveler, because I have a montage of different channels that I watch, not just one type, and his goal was to get to the 1,000 and get his hours. He rebuilt this huge bus. It's great. I'll tell you what, that man, they're from Canada. And watching him build that bus, and he has got I don't want to kill. He's got really bad back issues. He built it in the wintertime there in Canada, so he was really needing hours, and so that was what a bunch of us did. We just rolled videos, and I've always got a lot of devices. I don't throw anything away, not electronics anyway. So that's what I do. I just go through playlists. The best thing to do for me that helps me is, I know a lot of you put individual playlists for individual things, and that's cool. But also make one huge playlist, because that's all I do. I just hit play, and it runs through all your videos and all your ads, everything. If you have ads, uh that's where you get the perks and the algorithms from. Okay, Scott, we'll yak at you later. You and Jeannie start making your plans. From 300 subscribers, man, it took me forever. I know what it's like. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Um, a lot of people, a lot of people are starting to realize that on Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays are my days that are really dedicated to y'all. So the shameless plug Saturday, hit it every Saturday. Just put the little bio in there. I don't care if it's it is once a week, but I guarantee you will grab one, two, three, four, or more subscribers, and it's all about the interaction. Y'all are my friends, so I like interacting with y'all. I don't have a niche. Y'all know that. I've said it. I have an everything. I dabble in a lot of stuff, and I've done a lot of stuff. And then my Sunday roll days, is dedicated to rolling a subscriber's videos. Uh, my Mr. Thomas Schmidt is one of them that doesn't want the that kind of that stuff. So I don't do that. Miss There's a few of my subscribers that don't want that kind of stuff, and that's cool. Um, and then on my Monday mentions, you know, how I decide who I pick on that is a couple of different ways. I go through my whole list and I look at who's close to 1,000 subscribers. And I might make a list of 3, 4, 5 people, and I pick the one who's most active with me because they deserve that shout out, right? And that will bring you most likely 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and if that happens every week, you know, that's that helps. Uh, I I only grow by getting out and meeting y'all. You know, on my videos, y'all know I'm not entertaining. I don't have anything to provide. Well, Miss Ginger does. She keeps y'all entertained. I don't, and especially now being stuck here, in the wintertime. What am I doing? I'm cooking or doing my crafts, and when I'm doing the epoxy, I'm all masked up, and so I can't do it then. My shirts like this, I told everybody this. I do, a lot of my shirts. Uh, this was a mess up. If you can see this going around here, I don't know if you can see it. It's farther away. One side is farther away than the other, so I didn't get it lined up. But this will go to my son. Like I had 12 of these shirts to do, So I bought 15 of those shirts because I knew inevitably I'm probably gonna mess up. Um, sorry. Uh, and so my son gets that shirt for a work shirt. He loves it. He gets all my mess ups. Well, Scott, SD Mountain Man, I'm glad you do appreciate it, and I just hope it helps. I'm not one to really focus on myself, so having a channel and trying to be about myself, I'm not real good at that kind of stuff. Um, I was a shy kid, had to bring myself out of it. But one of the things I never did, I don't really care for the focus being too much on me. Um, but if you watch like to the end of my videos, now that I learned how to do the end screens, I put up random channels, my featured channel. I'm utilizing that. I do put, now that I know how, I do put a couple of my old channels or my old videos up because I don't know. I do have a few good ones, I think, anyway. I just can't wait for spring. How's your neck, Thomas? You know what? Have you made any videos? See, this is what I gotta always do. Always go and check, you guys. I swear. We're gonna see if Thomas Schmidt has made a video recently that I missed. 2 days ago. I missed it. Well, I was on lockdown. I was on social media lockdown, so I'll go watch it. I do try to catch up. It is almost 5:30 here. It's just now starting to get dark. Scott, it's something else. The only way I can do this is because I know I'm not entertaining. I know what a lot of these social media gurus say that you have to provide value. If my friendship isn't valuable enough, well, then I'm sorry. I'm inviting y'all to peek into me and my life, uh and just it is what it's whatever I'm doing or not doing. You got his bell rung. Okay, Thomas. I should post a thing about my back. I don't know if any of y'all remember when I posted my at the beginning of winter when I went to the chiropractor and had X-rays done. Holy cow, I'm kind of crooked. No wonder I'm always in pain. But that going to the chiropractor has helped me. I probably will never be back to regular, but the chiropractor helps. Okay, I'm gonna look and see what the degrees. I know, Deb. I'm real fortunate. I am really, really fortunate, that I've got the friends that have come to my channel, and are okay with me just being an ordinary gal, nothing special, and will come hang out, and I do love hearing and talking about the homesteading because it's now been let's see, I sold my place back in 2010. So now it's been 9 years since almost 10 years since I've homesteaded. But the oil field took over. I did, I worked a, a lot. There's just no not working if you're in the oil field. I've gotten now to where I'm semi-retired because of the oil field, because I can afford to be now. I've gotten now to where I only have to work seasonally, you know, and that's my whole deal with everybody on here is to make open up my friend, because I do travel and I do want to come and hang out and visit and say hey, and that's my whole deal. It's not just about being a diary for me anymore for my future grandkids that I don't have yet, which I already love, by the way. But I do. Before I'm too old, y'all are my friends. I want to come hang out. Even, hey, I go and see friends that I already know in person. But this has just been fun for me. This has been my social life. Now I'm trying to read. No, I don't know why I do this. I'm squinting. All I have to do is go up to the corner three dots, zoom in. Imagine that, I can see. Now I got it at 110%, but I can read. I keep forgetting to do that. Ooh, that story, Rusty, just golly. Oh, Thomas, it's really hard. I forget words, and I'm the worst person at trying to explain anything. And then I get the doe in the headlight look, and it's like, uh, and the thing about visiting with y'all like this, what you see is what you get. I'm not fancy. I can be fancy. I've been fancy when I've had to be fancy. I can clean up pretty good if the time arises for that to happen. But I don't. I can dress up just as fast as I can dress down. I just got to. I got a ding. When I get dings, I always look. It doesn't say any lives. Oh, Mike from Living Free, he's live. Do you watch those travelers, Thomas? You know, I haven't owned a suit either. Um, Dresses, because predominantly my life the last 10 years has been driving truck in the oil field, which means that I have to wear a certain kind of pants, which are FR pants, FR shirts, steel toe boots, hard hat. Um, but I was in construction for 27 years, so the whole steel toe boots and hard hat was no big deal. Coming over to the oil field, having to wear the FRs is a little bit different. But I have dresses. I don't have heels because Bambi on ice does better than I do in heels. All I own is cowboy boots. I don't have a pair of sandals. Never done anything where it's been safe enough to wear sandals because have always been around livestock, horses, whatever. And if you've ever gotten your foot mashed into the ground by a steer or horse or whatever, yeah, I don't wear high heels. I'm just not coordinated. I don't know how them gals do it. One of my friends, she says, "Oh, those are just bedroom decorations." Oh lordy, I can't. If I could retire completely now, like most of you, I would. Scott, I'm serious. My legs. I'm like that I don't work right in high heels. The only type of heel I can wear is a riding heel on a cowboy boot. And I usually only wear those as if I have to wear my spurs, which I do quite a bit, have to wear my spurs because they've got a bigger ridge on the back of the heel for the spurs to sit on. I have had the misfortune of having really small feet. I only wear a 5.5 boot. I can get away with a 6, but if I step in mud, I walk right at them. So there you go. And so finding 5.5 boots for me is really hard. So I inevitably have to go to a 6. And in most of the boots are roper boots, like the flat heels, and they don't have, a lot of them don't have the ridge on the back to hold the spurs. So on the riding heels, those are kind of slanted. You can see slanted and a little bit higher. Oh, I can't ski either. Tried that one time. My girlfriends are like, "Come on, let's go skiing. The guys are up skiing. There's guys up there." I'm like, "Okay." Went down once on my belly, done. Went up to the partying area or whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it. I stayed up there. I had a heck of a time up there. That was a lot of fun. Drank more than I should have, but it was fun. They all went skiing and I hung out with the guys that were in the partying part. And that was the sad thing. They were so mad at me because I actually got to meet, when you're out skiing on those slopes, you're skiing. It's not like you're all suited up, and it's not like you have a chance to really meet them unless you run right into them, I guess you could. And so when they came back for lunch, and it was me, because there was no other gals, my friends were skiing, 4 of them were skiing, and I had a whole group of guys the guys were friends, and they were just hanging out with me. Yeah, so it kind of made my friends mad that I got the attention. But once they came in, uh, the beautiful blonde hair and everything, that changed. Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Scott, I'm a woman and I have no interest in doing the splits. Yikes. Oh, that's just too funny. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys. I just can't take it. I really am. I'm so tired of being bored. Yeah, that's what happened to me too with my one little down on the whole front of my legs were blue. I had a brand new pair of Wranglers on. And at the time I was a skinny little thing. I think I wore a size 28, 28-36. Yep. And I went down and I was stained blue. That was another thing that happened. And the thing was, at 28-36, my pants weren't even tight. Yeah, I remember that too. Yikes. I'm going to have to shed some winter weight. I can tell you that right now. Not being active all winter is not good. I mean, I eat right, but it's been too cold to actually like go out and walk and take Miss. I just take her out for her potty walk and let her run and play, and then boop, we're right back in. Once it start warming up a little bit out here before I go to work or go start back to work, I'm going to take her for like some regular walks. That's another thing why I want to get a 4-wheeler. Miss Ginger is she's turned into a little chunk. It's not her fault, but she's getting kind of fluffy. Oh, it's almost dark. Oh man, I got to go into town tomorrow. I'm out of eggs. I didn't want to go today. I go through an 18-pack of eggs a week. I've decided, I have decided, I'm thinking I am going to travel with a chicken. Maybe two. I hate buying store-bought eggs, and right now, because y'all know in the winter season, egg production goes down, so it's really hard to uh get homegrown eggs. All right, Rusty. Hey, we'll see you later. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, me. Oh man, you know what? I have my six one way and half a dozen another about Walmart. Of course, I'm in Dickinson, North Dakota, so we are limited with what we have available. And I have anxiety as it is. Um, and Walmart is the main culprit. If I don't have a list, I lose every mental list of what I've got to get. My anxiety goes through the roof. I start having hot flashes. But here's the thing: Walmart has every dang thing you could need. Everything. And I go up, I'm able to go up and down the aisle and get everything I need and then out. I don't really approve of some of the way they treat their employees and stuff, but sometimes it is what it is. We have some supermarkets, but I don't want to go when I go, I want to go get what I got to get and kind of leave. I don't want to, I'm not one of those drive arounds and shops. And, I watch all you guys or a lot of people do the shopping haul stuff. I don't, I've tried. I can't. Oh, wow. Yeah, yeah. When I had my chickens, I raised the black Australorps. Okay, so being from Montana, um, our season is cool even in the summer. We might get 100, a little over 100 once or twice here and there, rarely ever. So the black Australorps, number one, they're a beautiful bird. When you look at them, they're black. Everything, their legs, everything is black. Their meat's not black, but they are. Their skin is black. Everything's black, but their feathers, when they get out in the sun, it's kind of like a mallard duck. That green sheen. It is so pretty. And I chose them because they're a hardy bird. They dress out really, really big, and they're producing. Uh, they produce a lot longer. I probably went maybe a month out of the whole year that slowed their production down. And they lay, I'll have to check to see if they're still top, but they were at the time um, one of the largest eggs for a laying hen because they are a meat bird and a laying bird. And that's why I chose their hardiness, their laying season length, and the size of their eggs. They were huge. I felt so bad for those gals, but I raised I don't know if you call them raised or grew or whatever, but I made my own mealworms, right? For the protein, I had a whole little setup and grew my own mealworms to give to them. And of course, because being a rancher and grower, I did grow some stuff, and I had when they um, free ranged, they had tons of stuff. So I had some pretty healthy big birds, and they dressed out. I had a couple of them, well, quite a few of them. I could get over 8 pounds dress out, just a normal hen. Uh, Roosters, because they were in pretty big demand there. I sold them once they grew up because I used to order from Mick Murray Hatchery, and I ordered, where it mix where you didn't know what you got. Most of the time, I'd only end up with 3 or 4 roosters. Well, I actually sold all my roosters. I didn't want roosters because I already would order 75 to 100 birds. Okay. Because I would butcher out 50, I would butcher 50 for my, um, we had a, what do you call it? Food pantry. My little town had a food pantry. So I'd butcher out 50 for them and then have the rest for me in our freezer. And, I had chickens because on once a month, my church, we had a potluck. And so I would bring, of course, a chicken. Oh, Thomas, okay, you poor thing. You guys, I've already been on here an hour and 45 minutes. I'm sheltered. I really loved having my friend here, though. That was nice having actual real people interaction. I'm in this little motel thing that has converted itself to, it's still a motel, but it has long stay and short term and all that kind of stuff. But I don't visit or socialize with the neighbors because this is the oil field. Um, I just I don't know them. They're oil field guys. I've learned over the years. I'm careful. And they all think Miss Ginger is mean anyway. She lets them think she's mean too. If you've ever heard her growl, dang, she startled me a couple times. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, I am so glad that you came on to visit. It's always a scary thing to go live and then have nobody here. Just twiddle my thumbs. Scott SD Mountain Man, if you're still here tomorrow, I'll get your cup done. One of the things I've got to do is put a sticker on the bottom. You don't wash this in the dishwasher, even even though it's going to be epoxied. It does have a lid for it. I don't drink out of I don't drink out of any of my cups. I always use a straw. So uh, that's what I recommend too. I'm just that way. Even when I go to restaurants and they give me a glass of water or whatever, a glass of something, I use a straw. I don't like I don't like that feeling. I don't know why. So, but anyway, I'm gonna say adios. Miss Ginger just woke up. She just ran over to the window. So, oh my gosh, there might be something out there. So looks like somebody just popped in because it was 4, now it's 5. So who's hiding? I don't want to say bye before I get to say hi to everybody. What's everybody making for supper? I made I had bought a Walmart uh, rotisserie chicken, the family size, and I do all kinds of stuff with that. I just eat plain chicken, or I grind it up and make chicken salad, and so the rest of it I put in my crock pot, and I deboned it, had the chicken, and I put a bunch of kale in there, and a bunch of spinach, and a bunch of green beans, and seasoned. Oh my gosh, it was so good in my crock pot. So that's what I'm going to have for supper. Oh, now down to 4. Somebody left. I embarrassed them. Okay, y'all. I am going to say adios. I know there's other channels to catch up with. I've still got videos I've got to go get uh, caught up with. I'm so glad you're here. I might be doing a challenge for March. We'll see. I don't know if I can pull it off. Um, but I got something in the works. I know a lot of people are doing challenges, and they're leaving it open for people. So I might try to do one of those. It's not that I don't want to be, I want to do all that stuff, but man, I've been really busy. So, but I'm going to say adios. Oh, thank you, Deb. We'll yak at you later. We'll see you later, Thomas. Let's see who else is in here. Rusty and Rachel. Don't know if they're still in here. I don't know if Jeannie is in here, but we're going to say adios to y'all. Okay. Miss Ginger says bye. Adios. Don't forget, if you want me to roll your videos, go down in today's video, the Sunday roll video, and just ask, and I'll put you on my list. I won't do it unless you're on my list because some people don't want it. So, alrighty, y'all. Adios.